try to get the orientation as decent as possible. This might be a little bit of a struggle fest, but this is one of the greatest games of all time. Let me make sure the video is properly aligned. There we go. That looks good enough. You won't be able to see the whole screen, but that's the most important thing is what we're talking about. So this game is Star Trek Armada #1, one of the greatest games of all time. So I'm going to do once and again. Now, the quality is not going to be that great because we're doing it right from the monitor, but I decided more of these vertical live streams have been getting me the hours I need so I could talk about finance and play video games. But yeah, overall, this is one of the greatest games that ever came out, in my opinion, as far as real-time strategy games go, are concerned. I'll let you watch the opening sequence real quick.
We're losing power.
Captain Picard, I've been able to open a temporal rift just before Ambassador Spock was assimilated. It might not be enough, but if the Klingons and Romulans were here...
So I'm cooking some chili at the moment.
Mr. Data, set a course for the premonition.
So, overall, when it comes down to it, I'm a huge fan of this game. I think it's one of the greatest games to ever come out. The graphics are actually okay, considering the time it was made, and they did a pretty good job, in my opinion. It's not perfect by any means, but it's definitely a very passable game. But yeah, I was making some chili, and I got some rice in the rice cooker at the moment. But yeah, I decided, I was like, let's just go live.
Data, hail the convoy. Tell them to go to red alert and
We're here
begin
to
scanning the area
save
for
Mr.
transport
Spock, by the way.
Inform Ambassador Spock that the Enterprise will personally escort him to the peace conference.
There's some Borg in the nebulas, though, if you notice. Well, you probably can't see that, but yeah, overall, when it comes to finance, just my main philosophy is so bloody simple. It's so easy. It's just kind of remain diversified and
Transwarp
stay
signatures
smart.
detected.
Crap.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
This is where it gets interesting, folks.
Mr. LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engine.
Yeah. Let's get
Enemy
the,
engaged.
Number 1, prepare and awaiting.
see if I can capture one of these. So the goal in my mind is to like capture things early,
All sections
and
report.
if you can. At least it's always my philosophy.
Status report. All sections report.
I don't want to have the Enterprise lose too much crew,
Status
but
report.
I don't mind if the Odyssey loses some crew to get more crew on this thing.
Armed and ready.
All right, we'll use some of the crew
All
here.
sections
So
on standby.
honestly, in this one, I do like to try to
Alert the crew.
kind of gather ships early,
Set a course.
even like little board ships and
Armed and
stuff.
ready.
I don't really know if that's
Status
technically the
report.
best way to do it. It's been a while since I've done this level,
Make it so.
and yeah,
Make it so.
we'll use
Engage.
the Enterprise E to kind
Engage.
of navigate
Engage.
the atmosphere here.
Lay in a new course.
I don't know how smart that is, but
Lay in a new course.
so let's kind of like
Make it
try to
so.
go here, I guess, and then we're not gonna rush it though, because the Borg can come out at any time.
Mr. LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engines.
Enemy engaged.
Mr. LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to
Yeah,
weapons.
there we go. Let's try to take over a couple of these though. Well, that's damn it. Yeah, it's tough to kind of take over some of these ships actually.
Alert the crew.
Crap.
Transwarp signatures detected.
All sections report.
Let's see here. Enterprise E should take the brunt of this, though, in my opinion, because I do have the
Engage.
carbonite reflector and stuff, and yeah, we could try to
Mr.
take over
LaForge,
this ship.
reroute all
though.
auxiliary power to weapons.
There we go.
Be ready for anything.
See, like I said, you got to try
Be
to
ready for anything.
gather as many ships as you can. In my opinion, this is the best way to do it.
All sections report.
Odyssey needs some more crew,
All
though.
sections
I think
report.
Odyssey's the one that's carrying Spock.
Energize.
So I think we got to be kind of careful.
All
Let's
sections report.
actually redirect some of the crew over to the Odyssey.
Status report.
Okay. More crew to the Odyssey, the better.
Status report.
All sections report.
And what
All
I'm doing
sections on standby.
is I'm having each of these ships that I
Helm, new
obtain.
course heading.
Oh, hold on.
All sections report.
Whoa, a little more here. I'm having
All
them all
sections on
guard
standby.
the Enterprise.
Helm, new course heading. Status report.
There
Alert
we
the
go.
crew.
That should be enough.
Engage.
And
Mr. LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engines. Engage. Make it so.
yeah, it's see, this is where it gets interesting. No
Mr.
diamond.
LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engines.
Enemy engaged.
Oh no,
Standing
no,
by.
no, 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 no. Stop that.
note in the log. All sections report.
Transwarp signatures detected.
All sections report. Standing by. All sections report.
All sections report.
At least
Be
we got
ready
a
for
diamond here. But damn, the Odyssey got really
Status
fucked on
report.
that last one. So I think the goal is we should all be
Army
guarding
ready.
the Odyssey.
All sections report.
So, because the Odyssey's the one that
Mr. LaForge,
contains
reroute all
Spock.
auxiliary power to the engines.
Let's try to get some crew here.
All sections on standby.
I think there's some crew here already, but let's go that
Be
good.
ready for anything. All sections report. Ship at full readiness.
Well, at least they got a diamond out of the deal.
Ship at full readiness.
I could probably infect them with nanites or computer override, shield remodulator.
Ship at full readiness.
Man,
Battle stations.
this is rough. But let's all guard the Odyssey at this point. So guard the Odyssey here.
Change heading.
Guard the Odyssey here.
Set a course.
Guard.
Helm, new course heading. Helm, new course
So wherever
heading.
the Odyssey goes, the most important thing is to kind of
Alter
follow it.
course. Helm, new course heading. Armed and ready.
Because it's gonna be the
All
be the
sections on
target.
standby. Alter course. Armed and ready. Alter course. Armed and ready. Armed and ready. All sections on standby.
Transwarp signatures detected.
Okay, so Odyssey,
Armed and ready.
I'm gonna have you hide in this.
Alter course.
While the rest of the ships just kind of. How about this? Shit.
Alter course.
Enemy engaged.
Number 1, prepare and await you. Status report. Status report. All sections report. All sections on standby. Adjust heading. All sections on standby. Adjust heading. Status report. Status report.
That's a
Armed and
tough
ready.
one.
All sections report. All power to engines. All power to engines.
Make it so. Engage. Armed and ready.
I guess the Odyssey could
Armed and ready.
guard the Enterprise,
Helm, new
and
course
then
in.
everything else can guard
Standing
the
by.
Odyssey.
Make a note in the
That
log.
actually might be a good idea. Because the Enterprise
Just
can
heading.
take a hit.
Alert the crew. Understood.
Make it so. Armed and ready.
Transwarp signatures detected.
Make it so.
Enemy engaged.
Ready phasers and quantum torpedoes. Status report. Number 1, prepare and await you. Redirect fire to that vessel.
Understood.
Status report. Armed and ready. Status report. All sections on standby.
Be ready for anything.
Armed and ready. All sections on standby. Armed and ready. Armed and ready.
All sections report.
Standing by.
Damn, I got
Battle
like no
stations.
crew to spare though.
All hands to battle stations.
Alright.
All sections report.
So I guess orders, I'll guard the Odyssey with
Make it
everybody
happen.
else, but yeah,
Mr. LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engines.
the Enterprise literally has to take the brunt of everything. It's kind
Lay
of
in
the
a new
goal.
course. Lay in a
I
new
will say the
course.
Corbinite reflector really helps
Make
though
it so.
in this instance. Like,
Mr. LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engines.
Enemy engaged.
shit.
Target that vessel. Redirect fire to that vessel.
Dude, that is such a pain in the ass.
All sections on standby.
Fire all weapons. Alert the crew. Ahead full.
Transwarp signatures detected.
Alright, Enterprise
Make it so.
has to take the brunt of this. There's just no other way around it.
Ready phasers and quantum torpedoes. Ready phasers and quantum torpedoes. Redirect fire to that vessel. All sections on standby. All sections on standby. All sections report. Status report.
Enemy engaged.
All sections on standby. All sections report. Armed and ready. All sections report. Status report.
All sections report.
Engage. Make it so. Mr. LaForge, reroute
It's a pain in
all
the butt
auxiliary
level, you
power to
guys.
the
This is
engine.
tough. This is a. I'm looking at the comments, but yeah, this is. Yeah, I thought I was gonna talk more finance, but this is honestly, I'm just so.
Make it so.
Into trying to beat this damn
Engage.
level. Let's see. Thing is, the Enterprise has to survive, and let's see where we're going here. We gotta be real careful here, because this is where like
Mr. LaForge,
it
reroute
gets
all
into
auxiliary
some
power to the
really
engine.
sketched out territory. I might have to send.
All sections report.
Oh, I could use the tritium burst. Oh shit!
All sections report.
That's actually a
All
good
sections
idea.
report.
So
Transwarp signatures
I-
detected.
I'm gonna use the tritium
Engines to
burst.
full.
Might even use
Engines to full.
nanites to try to get this squared away.
All sections report.
Enemy engaged.
Ship at full readiness.
All
Be
right.
ready for anything.
So,
Helm, new course
If I
heading.
see a Borg cube,
All sections report. All power to engines.
first off, let's save where I'm at, because it's been a long time since I've done this one.
Ship at full readiness. Helm, new course heading. Helm, new course
The
heading.
moment I see that board cube, because I know there's a board cube around here somewhere,
All power to engines.
I'm going to... I might want to use a... No, maybe
Be
not a
ready for
shield
anything.
modulator, but... Okay, we're getting to that point. Might have to do an Ultradian burst.
All sections report.
That would at least fuck him up for a bit.
All sections report. Helm, new course heading. Engines to full. Helm, new course heading. All sections report. Understood.
Yep, there's the board cube. So there's a board cube that's hiding in this. And this is where it gets real tricky, because we have to go through this.
Ship at full readiness.
So
Understood.
I
Be ready
say,
for anything.
let's
Engines to
get-
full.
let's try to get the board cube to follow.
Enemy
Ultradian burst,
engaged.
now. Damn it. Ah,
Transwarp signatures detected.
that's where they got me, man.
Fire when ready. Ready phasers and quantum torpedoes. Redirect fire to that vessel. Block all weapons on that vessel.
Armed and ready. Fire all weapons.
So at this
Set a
point,
course.
I'm just going to send everything I have that
Change heading.
can afford to be destroyed, essentially.
Understood.
So what's going to happen is this. I am going to
Be
send
ready for anything.
everything I got right to this nebula here,
Alter course.
except
All sections report.
for the important ships.
Make it happen. Battle stations.
Enemy engaged.
Crap.
All sections report. Be ready for anything. Ready phasers and quantum torpedoes.
Well,
Helm, new course heading.
I might have to go back. That was really dumb of me.
Alter course. Helm, new course heading.
Got no other choice at
Armed
this
and
point
ready.
but to go for it.
Make it so.
Shit. See, that's where I fucked up, everybody. You don't want to do what I did. We have to load. So load the game once and again. So like so the problem is the lack of crew. The other problem is that there's a ton of ships waiting for me on the other end. So at this point, I might just say make a run for it would be the key. Would honestly be the thing that I would think. Hold on. Oh, there's no grid. Okay. So I don't really need the grid.
Status report.
But yeah, if you look, I got nothing.
Acknowledge, Starfleet. All sections report.
So what I could do is have them go
Helm, new course
first,
heading. All
and then
sections
have
report.
us go, and then let's
Armed and
just
ready.
make a run for it at this
Armed and
point.
ready.
Acknowledge,
Because
Starfleet.
there's really not much I could do except for make the run. Hopefully the board.
engaged.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Ultradian burst now. Damn it. Okay. Still didn't matter. Maybe I could hide. So what I'm thinking is maybe I could hide Spock's ship in the nebula It's so frustrating. So again, load game. So this is a tough level because you don't start out with any construction ships. You just have what you have, and you have to kind of make it work to get to the base for the peace conferences and stuff. So it's like, what do you do? Alright, so we'll load back where we're at. This is like one of the toughest levels in my opinion, just because of how
Be ready for anything.
much of a lacking you
Helm,
actually
new course
have.
heading.
Status report. All sections on standby.
I think just to
Alter course.
prevent any issues, the Odyssey has to go into the
Understood.
Nebula.
Change heading.
The only problem is, like, how am I going to
Gauge engines.
go back for it is the main issue. And,
Status report.
so that's where it gets
Status
really,
report.
really tricky.
All sections report.
Status report.
I could get the Enterprise and everybody to safety.
All sections report.
I
Mr.
could
LaForge, reroute all auxiliary power to the engines.
look, the Enterprise and the Odyssey have like zero things going on for them right now, and I have zero clue what else to do at this point.
All hands to battle
Could
station.
try to just get whatever
Change
ships
heading.
I can over, and
Acknowledge,
let's just
Starfleet.
pray or something like that. But that's
Alter course. Alter course.
yeah, not even a.
Armed and ready.
Transwarp signatures detected. Enemy engaged.
Ship at full readiness.
Damn it, I fucked up again. Some of the ships did make it though. Well, barely. If you count the... Yeah, that didn't work. Damn. I mean, maybe they'll let me use a ship or two if I get like a couple
Battle
of them.
stations. Battle stations. Battle stations. Battle stations.
Yeah, we need Spock to get safely up. Damn it, this is not gonna work. I could... What sort of hopping do you do at this point?
Helm. New course heading.
Hop from one
Enemy
nebula to the next.
engaged.
I think the problem was I
Helm. New course heading.
think I screwed up this level in general just because I was too busy focusing on gathering chips when I really shouldn't have been. There's no way to get past.
Armed and ready.
I'm just gonna bite the bullet. Let's see here.
Systems infected with Borg nanites.
Damn it, you fuckers. Yeah, see? That's what I get. I got a little too ahead of myself. So, I mean... So, I'll try one more time. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Max. I appreciate it, partner. I was looking at the... No, I appreciate it big time, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting a vacation here pretty soon. But yeah, it's nice to kind of, chill out, play a little bit of video games, play a little Star Trek, My God, I love this game, though. Yeah, I'm totally fucking up on this level, though. Absolutely. And, let's see.
Armed and ready.
Ship at full readiness.
So, the problem is, if you look at the map, there's going to be, there should be an ambush that happens. The goal at this point is to get this ship
Armed and
safely
ready.
over here, but I don't think I could pull it off.
Status report.
I
Armed and
could.
ready.
Hold on, maybe actually
All
every
sections
every
report.
single ship I have has like
All
zero
sections on
crew.
standby.
Oh my God.
Status report.
All
Ooh.
sections report. All sections report.
Oh man, let's see. But yeah, I was cooking a little bit of chili. I got some rice in the rice cooker too. I got the chili kind of sitting in the pot for a bit, but I think the rice is pretty much done. Good old little brown rice, you know. Pretty tasty. You know what I could do though?
All sections report.
Well, shield remodulator might not even work.
Status report.
Transwarp signatures detected.
Damn, I could send the Enterprise over.
Alert the crew.
Enemy engaged.
Let's see.
Lock all weapons on that vessel.
Ship at full readiness.
Tritium burst. There we go. Bang. See, that's what I was trying to do. If I can get the tritium burst. Oh no 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 no! Damn it.
Ship at full
What
readiness.
about? Okay, that kind of helped a little bit.
Armed and ready.
Shield disruptor. Actually, shield disruptor would be pretty tight. Yeah, shield disruptor's pretty good.
Be ready
And
for
then
anything.
Let's just try to.
Get that ship out of my sector. Acknowledge, Starfleet.
Oh wait, I can still.
Status report.
Damn it! Just like
All
there's just
sections
such a lack of crew everywhere. Let's see.
All sections report.
Damn it! That one's stuck in the nebula. So
Status report.
Alter course. Adjust heading.
yeah, if you guys ever get a chance, it's not compatible for most operating systems anymore. You have to do get a couple patches and shit for it, but it's really nice. It's kind of fun to play video games again for a
Fire.
bit.
Full burst.
So, you know, I've been doing a lot of, I've been doing a bit of DoorDash lately after work and everything. And
All sections report. Number 1, prepare and await you.
damn it, man, I just can't get it. There's
All
just no
sections
way
on
I can
standby.
get the diamonds back. Shit.
Transwarp signatures detected.
All right, hold
Armed
on.
and ready.
Let's focus all over. Oh, I could use the auto
All
assimilator.
sections report.
Enemy engaged.
The auto assimilator actually. Oh
All
my
sections
god,
report.
that's actually brilliant. Hold on. I just figured something out, you guys. If I use the auto assimilator, that'll actually allow me to gain more
All
crew.
hands to battle stations.
Oh shit! I just figured out a
All
loophole.
sections report.
See, guys, I'm not totally dead yet on this. So there is a trick I forgot about.
All sections report.
These two ships right here have the ability to do what's
All
called an
sections
auto assimilator,
report.
where it assimilates
Ship
anybody on
at
the
full
ship,
readiness.
and that's huge.
Armed and ready.
That might have just gave me the biggest advantage in the world. Let's see. So I do got to give a little more crew
All
to the
sections on
Odyssey.
standby.
Out
All
of all
hands
the
to
ships that
battle
need
station.
crew, though, it's definitely the Odyssey. It has to.
Status
maintain
report.
crew.
All sections on standby.
All sections report.
All sections report.
Okay.
Alert the crew. Alert the crew. Alert the crew. All hands to battle stations.
Status report.
All sections report.
All sections on standby.
Alert the crew. All hands to battle stations.
Oh, there's some more ships.
Transport
So
signatures
see, if I use these
detected.
auto assimilators, I can actually get the crew I need. Holy crap!
Enemy
That's the
engaged.
key. Here we go. Auto assimilate.
All hands to battle
See,
stations.
just got myself more crew. There we go. We can fuel up the Enterprise
Alert
with
the
some
crew.
crew here.
Ship at full readiness.
Status report.
But
All
as much as I
sections
want to do
report.
that, I want to also fill up the Odyssey here with some more crew.
All sections report.
Mhm.
Make a note in the log.
So if we can, damn,
All
that's
sections report.
really handy.
Ahead full.
Let's try to see if there's any.
All hands to battle stations.
Let's take these ships.
Change heading.
See if there's anything we
Make
can
a
find
note
here.
in the log. Battle stations.
You guys, we're on the right path. Oh my god. So this actually might be kind of a way to get out of this
Alter course.
level. Is to, well, no, if you ride
Acknowledge,
these,
Starfleet.
it's a little dangerous. Playing dangerous.
Make a note in the log. Acknowledge, Starfleet.
Ooh, that board cube is right there. Let's turn back a bit.
Make a note in the log.
Oh, you know what we could do? No, we can't take over the board cube in that way. But what we
Battle
can do
stations.
is we can be a pain in its
Understood.
ass.
Transwarp signatures detected.
Stay in.
Alter course.
Enemy engaged.
Battle stations.
Ship at full readiness.
Status report. Ready phasers and quantum torpedoes. Make it so. Number 1, prepare and await.
Damn.
Status report. Status report. Target that vessel. Ready phasers and quantum torpedoes. Number 1, prepare and await. Redirect fire to that vessel.
Okay, the cool thing is we know where the board cube is at. Honestly, that's pretty handy.
Status report.
Now, how the hell do we take... Oh!
Battle stations.
Could I take it out with
Acknowledge,
anti-magnet
Starfleet.
mines?
Make a note in the log. Acknowledge, Starfleet.
This is tricky. You know what? If I save right here, though, I have such an advantage, like, big time. So let's save the game once and again. Return to the game. I'm still a little bit torn on
Armed
how
and
I
ready.
want to proceed on this.
Transwarp signatures detected.
Oh shit, well, we'll figure this out here in a second.
Helm, new course heading. Status report.
Helm, new course heading. Engines to full.
Armed and ready. All sections on standby.
Enemy engaged.
All sections report.
Status report. Status report.
Damn it. See, the Odyssey's
Status report.
fucked because I'm an idiot.
Armed and ready.
No, damn it, see? There we go. But that's okay. I saved the game. See, this is one of the toughest levels in my opinion. When you have like, you have to get really, really resourceful. So I've got, I use those auto simulators to my advantage for sure. Um, I think honestly, maybe it's time for the cube, the board
Engaged.
cube to come to us. So.
Alert the crew.
All sections report.
I mean, this could be a point where I just like
Transwarp signatures detected.
try to gather more crew.
Understood. All sections report.
All sections report.
Status report. Helm, new course heading.
Engage engines. Engage engines. All sections report.
Shit.
Enemy
Oh.
engaged.
See, those were my saving grace. In fact, if I don't have those, I'm pretty much fucked in this. So I need those. So those are going to be able to be the first ones to get out of there. 'Cause I don't think the board cube is actually going to chase it if those are the first ones to go. Shit. It's tough, you guys. It's tough.
Engaged.
All right, let's try this one more time.
Acknowledge, Starfleet.
Alert the crew. Alert the crew. Set a course. Make it happen.
All right, the rest of these
Transwarp
guys are
signatures
just going to go
detected.
this way.
Understood.
Be ready for anything. Be ready for anything. All sections report. All sections report. Be ready for anything.
Oh, now's our chance.
All sections on
The
standby.
cube's weapons are completely down. So this is the
Battle
chance that
stations.
we have.
All hands to battle stations.
Enemy engaged.
All sections report.
Alert the crew.
Armed and ready.
All right, let's give the Odyssey a little
Status
more.
report.
All hands to battle stations.
Armed and ready.
All right, before we go further, just in case, let's get to the Romulan base. Return to the game.
Status report.
Get there. Get
Make it so.
there. Holy shit, we did it.
Understood.
I honestly thought that this is gonna be like one of those lost cause situations where I was
All
like
power to
totally
engines.
effing myself, but honestly, as it would turn out, I did okay. I got through it. I really thought I wasn't gonna have the remaining crew, but once I realized that the auto assimilator ships that I took over from the Borg, I could use those to my advantage to get more crew. So that was a bit of a ace in the hole there. Feel kind of brilliant right now. Maybe it was a good thing I was taking over ships, but yeah, I kind of think of
Transwarp signatures
Oh, shit.
detected.
that's fine.
All sections report.
Just in case, we'll have the Enterprise E
Enemy
put up
engaged.
the carbonite reflector. I might want to take
Status
over another
report.
one of these though. These things are tight.
Number one, prepare
There are
and
still
await.
Borg in the area. The peace conference cannot proceed until they are eliminated.
Alright, let's see
All
here.
sections report. Status report. Status report.
Your will.
Yeah, there we go. I got some Romulans.
engines.
All right, so now how the heck am I going to get rid of some of these Borg in a sec? I mean, I could take over some of the Borg. Really, all we need to do is track them over, but we can let this start. We can let the Odyssey guard the starbase, which I think would be perfect.
New course heading. Warbird reporting.
Be ready for anything.
Now that's where it gets tricky. It's like, how do you? I guess I could use this starbase to refuel the crew. Yeah, as far as it goes, I'll probably just use the Enterprise E to like to do a lot of the shit that I need to do. It's crazy, guys. Crazy. I feel insane. I think oh, hold on. While my starbase is doing that, I might actually cook up some of get some of that brown rice on the table here.
Be ready for anything.
Transwarp signatures detected.
All sections report.
I'm gonna use more of those
Ahead
auto
forward.
simulators here.
We have engaged the enemy.
So much for that.
Reinforcements are coming.
I mean, really,
Alert
the
the
key at
crew.
this point is just to take over as many of the
Engage
different.
engines.
I mean, we got the pulse cannons, which is nice, but oh shit!
All sections report. Your will. Your will.
Battle stations.
Oh, I destroyed that Borg cube. Shit. Yeah, I think
Alert
as long
the
as I have
crew.
the auto simulators close by
All
to the
hands
Odyssey,
to battle stations.
so we'll have those guard the
Alert the
Odyssey.
crew.
Let's get a couple ships at least ready to guard the Odyssey if needed.
Be ready for anything.
We'll keep
Ship
this
at
ship on
full
standby. The
readiness.
shield disruptors can really come in handy. So we got a couple of the Romulan
Your
ships.
will. Warbird reporting. Your will.
See.
Reinforcements are coming.
Be ready for
I
anything.
gotta refuel the diamond.
Armed and ready.
All sections report.
Ship at full readiness.
Moving out.
So one thing I do want to share with everybody, just because I did say there would be some finance in this video, and I want to make that true. You know, save your assets, not your money, really is one of the greatest
All sections report.
philosophies, in my
Enemy
opinion.
engaged.
Ooh, hold on. Oh, I thought I was gonna get another diamond. I lied. Couldn't get a
Status
diamond.
report.
There we go. All right, you guys have beat this level. I did it. Yeah. Looking sexy. Look at that. Save Mr. Spock. Although I did die a few times, so that was
Chancellor, thank you for agreeing to this
reinvent
conference. Ambassador Spock is already transported.
couple ways
down
of
to
doing
the
this,
planet and greeted by Admiral Seaver. They anxiously await our arrival, so peace negotiations can commence. I hope our three governments will
My
be able
boy,
to
dude.
resolve our differences
My
before
man,
it
dude,
is
looking
too late.
good. Looking fresh. All right, well, call that an end right now. Just gonna. All right, put this up real fast. I look raggedy. I haven't taken a shower for the last like 2 days, but there's a reason for that though. There's been a few things going on, just family-wise and everything. I've just been take a shower. Got my laundry done, thank goodness, but feeling pretty good. But no, one thing I will say is I really am happy the YouTube channel's honestly surprisingly doing better than I expected subscriber-wise. But oh, let me see if I can keep this bad boy up. You know, I'm just gonna hold the phone. Fuck it. That'll be the easiest way to do it. All right. But that was so I said there'd be video games and finance. So let's talk about finance. We just went over the video game. Saw me beat a level that I thought I wasn't gonna beat. So, booyah. Um, yeah. So I was talking about save your assets, not your money, right? Well, I think what it boils down to for me is you have to, and I mean have to. Um, I think you need to have a wide variety of assets. You got to have you got to have stocks, you got to have bonds, real estate if you can get it. If not, real estate investment trusts are honestly a decent alternative. They at least give you cash flows, and you're basically the owner of companies that own tons of real estate. So that really matters. Um, I think the one thing they don't teach you in school, I think we get taught so much to try to invest in real estate. It's good that people at least get 401ks, but I still think 401ks are, I prefer just having a brokerage account and investing like a maniac. It may not always be tax efficient, but I can at least invest as much as I want whenever I want, and at the end of the day, I'm an investor first, consumer second, and I love investing. Like I can't help it. It's something I'm obsessed with. It's one of the reasons why I'm able to, pay off certain things. Um, yeah, if it wasn't for my ability to have dividend income, it really helps. And that's one of the reasons I'm a buy and hold kind of guy. I buy and hold bonds, stocks, everything. And my exposure to bonds, by the way, is through exchange traded funds. That's my direct exposure to bonds. Um, when you own an ETF, you own the underlying assets within it, which is really cool. I think I'd like to encourage more people to do that. Obviously, never financial advice, but really, I think spreading yourself out as far as like spreading yourself across different asset classes is huge. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Max, my boy, dude. I hope you're doing well, my man. But yeah, honestly, like I think everybody looks at the stock market like a gambling arena, and it is if you play really short term. But in a weird way, you could say the same thing about owning a house. You own a house, the market fluctuates quite a bit, and there's a lot of factors that you can't always control with real estate. And the problem I have with owning just one home is that I can't own multiple homes, which is one of the reasons why I love real estate investment trusts, is because when I own a REIT, that's the shorthand is REIT, by the way. So if anybody doesn't know, but when I own a real estate investment trust, I'm exposed to lots and lots and lots of real estate. So even if some of the properties end up going to shit, um, it's a small blip in the long scheme of things. And the cool thing is those companies are leasing out those properties like crazy. And it's the smartest thing one can do. Um, but yeah, so it was exciting to play a video game in front of you guys. I actually do think it is kind of fun. And it was really low quality, by the way. I usually just screen capture using my actual like broadcasting studio software that I like to use. But I was like, you know what? Let's do some low quality. Let's do low quality. Every now and then I like to throw a wrench at everybody from time to time on this. But yeah, no, I it's so cool because I was able to do a live nighttime tour of Coos Bay, Oregon last night. I didn't do the whole tour, obviously, but I walked around at night, which is probably a stupid idea, but I don't think most people want to attack a dude who's like 6'1" and looks like a refrigerator. So, you know, that's the goal, at least. Try to avoid that. But yeah, I think, the more assets that I gather when it comes to stocks, bonds, commodities, anything really, it allows me to really spread out my risk. And that's the goal. Spread out your risk. Be exposed to as many different things as you can, because the truth is, I do hold cash to the side. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be very transparent with you guys there. But at the same time, I don't really believe in saving money, if that makes sense. I believe in having some money to the side for like unexpected bills or payments or just unexpected bear markets. When a bear market happens, I take that money into my checking account, throw it into my brokerage. I do also like to borrow a little bit of money. I like to use a little bit of margin during bear markets because I don't use margin during the good times. I actually fun fact is I use margin during the bad times. Now there's usually a bit of a higher interest rate when you use margin during the bad times, but honestly, what people consider bad, I consider good. If markets crash, they crash. It's absolutely fine. But hold on, I'm checking something on my computer real quick. It's good shit, but let's see, dark side of Twitter. Oh, creepy. So yeah, I was gonna just say this. One thing that's helped me out surprisingly financially is sometimes I use, like, if I'm feeling lazy, although I don't like to get too lazy because I do like to keep my mind a little active. I do use GPT, Chat GPT, to actually analyze a stock for me, actually analyze the company itself to see if it's shit or if it's good. Which is something I try to do whenever I can. Give me a second. You ready to provide the list? So I use ChatGPT, no jokes. I pay $20 a month for it. I use it as a virtual assistant, which honestly, man, I just had it, by the way, do in-depth research and provide me 75 of the most stable dividend companies, like with the highest yields, because it's like, and even categorize these. Hell, I'll just read off the list that it gave me. This is a pretty good list. So for consumer staples, top 5, Procter and Gamble, 2.5%, and this is all annual yield, by the way. So whenever I say the percentage, it's all annual. So Procter and Gamble, 2.5%. We got Coca-Cola with a 3.1% yield. It even gives the payout ratio. That's kind of cool. Payout ratio, by the way, is how much of the earnings go to the shareholders in the form of a dividend. So keep that in mind. And earnings is after everything else has been paid. Earnings is like, the overall profit after, like, liability, whatever needs to be paid and stuff like that. So I always go for profitable companies. I go for companies that are well established is really the key in my mind. So you got PepsiCo, 2.7% yield. You got Unilever, 3.6% yield. Colgate, Palmolive, it's 2.4%. Let's see, Duke Energy is 4.5%. I love, by the way, utility companies. They're not like super sexy, but they do pay out good. Because they got great cash flows. There's always going to be people using utilities. It's almost like when you're on a monopoly board and you buy like the railroads and the utilities. That's actually really good real life investment advice, by the way, is to get the railroads and the utilities seriously. But Duke Energy, let's see, 4.5%. That's a good yield. 4.5% yield. Southern Company, 4.2%. I actually have some of these in my portfolio, not only in just individual stocks, but in ETFs as well. Remember, ETF is a basket of companies, basically. So Next Era Energy, 2.7% yield. This is, by the way, what ChatGPT gave me. Don't know how accurate all these results are, but yeah, no, it's really cool using the AI to do your research, to be a research assistant for you. It could be pretty sexy too. Homer Simpson says, "Hi man, you listen to Elvis Presley too." I love Elvis. I haven't listened to like all of his stuff, but he definitely, his voice, his style of singing is definitely an inspiration for me in the way that I sing whenever I play keyboard. That is my keyboard behind me there. Let's see, what was I thinking? Oh yeah. So we got Dominion Energy, 4.9% yield. Let's see, American Electric Power, 4.1%. Yeah, so always good to have some utilities in your portfolio for sure. Honestly, just be spread out across all sectors is really the key. But yeah, this is all for individual investments. I recommend if you're I can't recommend anything, but my opinion is if you're just starting, I bought a share of each of these companies basically. So all these companies I actually have in my portfolio. Not all of them, most of them though. And whether it's in the form of an ETF or an individual stock pick. One or the other I've got exposure to them, which is nice. Let's see. You ever watch? Hold on. Homer Simpson says, "You ever watching Elvis, Aloha, Jimi Hendrix, or Jimmy Page?" Some of the messages got retracted. That's weird. Huh. But yeah, a little bit of Hendrix, a little bit of Jimmy Page. I don't really know. Actually, I don't know Jimmy Page that well, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really listen to a lot of older music. A lot of my music tastes. Well, I guess the oldest you could say was some '80s, but I definitely, when it comes down to it, I got into more of the '90s, grunge, post-grunge sort of music. I definitely love rock music, though, for sure. Huge rock and roll guy. But yeah, real estate investment trust. We got Realty Income, Simon Property Group. Realty Income's a 5%. By the way, real estate investment trusts, by the way, honestly, have the best yields out of all of them, traditionally. And they're not even dividend traps, which is nice. And they have decent dividend growth because of rent increases over time. But yeah, so 5% yield for Realty Income. Simon Property Group's 6.1% yield. Welltower's 4.2%. Digital Realty Trust 4%. We got Public Storage 3.9% yield. But those are examples of like top 5 in each of these sectors. This is a good list, though. They really, honestly, the AI comes back with some good research if you give it time. Tell it to do in-depth research. Man, it'll really do the research. You like the Beatles too? This is what Homer Simpson's saying. So, hey Jude, let it be. Where are you from? Hi, from Brazil. I'm from good old Coos Bay, Oregon. Best town of them all. It's a little bit of a small town, but I do appreciate it, though, because the cost of living is not overly expensive. It's not as bad as, like, the bigger cities, but the more they gentrify Coos Bay and North Bend, I will admit, you're definitely, it's definitely getting more expensive, the cost of living. I don't go out to restaurants, though, thank goodness, so, except for when I, take out my girlfriend, but I don't even do fast food. I just make most of my food at home, which is, in my opinion, the smartest thing you can do. Let's see, telecommunications. So we got financials. JP Morgan Chase, 3.1%. Bank of America, 3.2%. Wells Fargo, 3.6%. BlackRock, 3%. I'm just kind of going hard on these real quick. Goldman Sachs, 3.3%. And we got telecommunications. We got, these are actually 3 that I definitely think are good ones to own, in my opinion. Not financial advice, obviously, but Verizon, 7.3%. God, I forgot how much of a great yield Verizon has right now. 7.3%. AT&T's got a 7.4% yield. Wow. T-Mobile has a 1.8% yield. They have the lowest yield, of course, but they do pay out a dividend, which is nice. It's always a good thing. Healthcare, Johnson & Johnson's at 2.8%. AbbVie, 4%, Pfizer's 4.6%, American Co. 3.3%, Medtronic 3.2%. By the way, this is just an example of how if you had all these companies, you'd actually have a fairly higher yielding portfolio that's safe for the most part. I'm not saying all of these companies are like super duper duper safe, but they've got established cash flows and can actually pay these out. And for the most part, they do a good job of keeping a moat around them to where the competition doesn't totally overwhelm them. So that's another reason why sometimes you want to go with the bigger companies that have the cash flows, because at this point you're not looking for like super stock growth. You're just looking for kind of a cash flow, and that's kind of the point. You still want it to appreciate in value over time, but let's see here. And then we got, for the technology sector, we got IBM 4.9% yields, Cisco's 3.1%, Broadcom 3.4%. Texas Instruments 3.5, Intel 4.5. That's not bad. This is a good list. Now, Intel's definitely taken a huge hit, for sure. But overall, I still think Intel's a good company. They're too well established to totally go bankrupt. At least that's my opinion. There's no
That's why you don't concentrate all of your money into one stock. You want to be everywhere as you can be, as spread out as you can. Diversify, man. I'll give you an example. Instead of buying one home, you buy 20. You buy 40 homes. You name it, right? So you don't want to be all in on one thing. You want to be just in on everything. Do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes it's better to be a jack of all trades than specialize in one single thing, if that makes sense. You want to try to have skills in a wide variety of ways. Maybe not be a master at them, but be adequate enough. And if you find something you're really passionate about, then get really good at it. But for the most part, try to have as many different little skills as you can pick up. Pick up skills where you can. You know, I love picking up new skills. It's always fun. I get off to that shit. Anytime I can learn something, try to figure something out, construct something, I love it. So we got 3M. I think I went over this. Maybe I didn't. No, I don't think I did. This is industrial sector. 3M, 5.7% yield. Honeywell, 2.5%. No, 2.3%, my bad. And then Lockheed Martin, 3.1%. Raytheon Technologies is 2.8%. General Dynamics, 2.6%. Yeah, those are all in the industrial sector, so those are pretty good. Then we got consumer discretionary. We got Mickey D's, baby. I love McDonald's. So sexy. 2.2% in Home Depot. 2.5%. Lowe's is 1.9%. Starbucks is 2%. Nike's 1.3%. The one thing I don't like about these ones is while they're well established, they do have lower yields, but they do have decent dividend growth. And one of the reasons these have lower yields is just because their stock price goes up through the roof, because so many people are long term on these companies and want to buy more than they want to sell. So people don't want to give up their shares, which is understandable, by the way. I will admit, Starbucks, I think their yield actually went up a little bit recently because they got kind of pounded in the market. So I love buying shares of companies that I know are good. I'm not a fan of Starbucks in any way, but I know that they sell caffeinated products, and there's always going to be a market for that. So honestly, any company that sells an addictive product, I hate to say this, I invest in tobacco companies too. It usually does well as long as it's a well-established company, as long as they don't fuck up their marketing too much, they'll still, it's a brand. Sometimes you got to invest in those brands, and it's good to have that exposure. So investing in Starbucks, not bad, 2% yield. Nike's 1.3% yield. So we got for energy, we got ExxonMobil, 3.4%. Chevron, 3.9%. ConocoPhillips, 3.6%. Oh, I didn't know Phillips gas stations was a publicly traded. That's incredible. Okay. Oh yeah. It's good to know. Let's see. Schlumberger, SLB, 2.1%. Kinder Morgan is 6.5%. That's actually a really good yield right there. That's a really fat yield, to be honest. For materials, we got Sherwin-Williams, 0.8%. Let's see, we got Linde, that's Lin, 1.5% annual yield. Air Products and Chemicals, 2.4%. We got Nucor, 1.3%. We got Vulcan Materials, 1.1%. That's all the material sector. These do tend to have lower yields just because there's not a lot of people selling the shares. Just because I will say the more well-established the company is, the higher the value it's typically going to be. It's going to be more overvalued than it probably should be. But it's better to buy a great company at a fair price than buy a fair company at a great price, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna kind of I'm actually gonna explain that a little bit. So when I say buy a great company at a fair price, I mean the company's really good, right? Underlying fundamentals are great. It's a profit machine. It's great. It's overvalued though when it's at a fair price, but that's okay. It's still a great company. Sometimes you got to buy the great companies at a fair price. Sometimes you got to pay a premium for greatness, right? You got to pay that premium. You got to pay the piper for the greatness. Now, on the other hand, you could do the other approach. You could buy fair companies, which are kind of like, these companies are kind of so questionable, right? But nobody really wants to long-term invest in these. That's why they're usually at a lower price per share. See what I'm saying? So, as compared to their price over earnings ratio. Now, what a price over earnings ratio, this measurement, I'm just going to make this very simple, is a way to figure out how overvalued it is. Does that make sense? So the lower the ratio, the lower the number, the less overvalued it is. Now, usually, shitty companies are not overvalued at all. If they're shitty, nobody really truly wants to invest in them long term. They're usually too busy trading them. But yeah, so I prefer greatness. I prefer to invest in the great companies. I prefer, well, at least not just great, but even mediocre I'm fine with, oddly enough. As long as the company has stable cash flows, as long as they can pay some sort of dividend to the shareholders, as long as they actually care about the shareholders, that's important. So that matters. So for materials, we got Sherwin-Williams 0.8%. Well, I think I went through this. No, I went through that one, yeah. For transportation, this is a huge list, by the way, you guys. Sorry about that. This is a good list, though. It's a really good list. Transportation, though, Union Pacific. Oh, this is what I was talking about with like the railroads. You sometimes want to buy those railroads, man. Union Pacific 2.4%. Norfolk Southern 2.4% yield. CSX Corporation 1.4%. UPS 3.4%. FedEx 1.7%. Those are great. Those are fantastic. Communication services, Disney, dividends paused actually at the moment, so we don't. So so Disney's at a 0% yield for the moment. But they, if they get their shit together, they might pay their dividend again. Who knows? Comcast 2.3% yield. Charter Communications. Oh. I think they used to. No, they focus on buybacks. That's right. So Charter has no dividend yield. They're focused on stock buybacks, share buybacks. So that actually, honestly, owning Charter is still good even if they don't pay a dividend, because what happens is they're buying back their shares frequently, which means less shares out there. So the more they buy their shares back, the better. So that's actually a really good thing. I still prefer a dividend payout, even if it's technically not as efficient. Now, ChatGPT did make a bit of an error. They listed Verizon and AT&T again on this, but that's fine. We'll accept it. Verizon 7.3%, AT&T 7. They've honestly given a pretty good list so far, so I'm fine with a couple repetitive ones. Other financials, let's see. T. Rowe Price 4.7% yield. Franklin Resources 4.9%. Principal Financial Group 4.5%. MetLife 3.7%, and then Prudential Financials 5.5% yield. Let's see, Philip Morris 5.3%. Let's see, Altria Group 8.3%. International Paper 5.2%. Williams Companies 6.3%, and 5.4%. Hey, that's not bad. I think there's like two more. Let's see. That was a really big fucking list. Oh, and there's Amgen. Forgot there's just a couple more. That's just a crazy list. There's Amgen with a 3.5% yield, and then we got Pfizer 4.6% yield. So Pfizer was already mentioned on this previously, but so key considerations and this is really cool because it actually gives you some really good advice here. This is not financial advice from me. This is what GPT's telling you. Now, GPT's saying high yield caution. While yields are attractive, it's important to monitor payout ratios in financial health. Excessively high yields, like those from Altria or Philip Morris, can indicate higher risk, so they should be monitored closely. Dividend growth. Many of these companies have a history of increasing dividends, which is a positive sign for future income. So always keep in mind about dividend increases. That's something I'm a bit, even if the yield right now is kind of shitty, the increase in the dividend payout is real. if the cash flows are always there, and if the company's ran well and they provide a real product and a real service, or they have multiple products that are always there, doing what they do. And then there's a diversification. The list is spread across sectors to reduce exposure to any one industry, ensuring a balanced portfolio. This list provides a strong foundation for a dividend-focused portfolio, balancing yield and safety. Let me know if you'd like to. This is honestly, I like this list. I think it's because I really do believe in spreading your risk out. If you're a dividend investor, though, I think spreading your risk out across different sectors of the market. If dividends are your focus, like I'm a fairly focused dividend investor. I love dividends, but yeah. All right, so I am gonna eat some chili and rice because I am a hungry boy, and I also gotta do a little bit of cleanup around the house. Even though I've actually cleaned up quite a bit, gotta make sure everything's looking good. Just because I like to vacuum up, even though actually the place is looking pretty sparse right now. So there's nothing going on. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for taking the time to view this vertical live. I've been trying to do more of these just because, one, it's more viewerships. It'll get me closer to monetization, and two, everybody seems to be on their phones these days. So watching vertical stuff seems to be more on the horizon. So anyway, thank you guys for taking the time. I appreciate it, and have a good day.